start. That was really frustrating. Things are still not working right. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, John. Yeah, I was late, but then by like 3 minutes, and then, hello. Yeah, it wouldn't let me start. Hey, Georgia. I kept saying start show, and it would just not, and then I just restarted a couple times. So yeah, it's still not acting right, but anyway, we're here finally. We're here. So let me see here. Good morning. Yes, happy Friday. Vanessa says happy Friday. Yes, I agree. Happy Friday. Wow, what a week. It's been a very, very busy week. Lots going on. Let's jump right into it, people, because we're starting late. So let's jump right into it. So let's talk about quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement. And now let's think about, I think all of you guys were here with me, on what day was it? Wednesday when we did was that Wednesday when we did the wishes? I believe that was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. So Wednesday is when we did our spirit walk, and Gaia came through, and it was after we got this card. The blue lady, she's talking about nothing is impossible. And yes, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so nothing is impossible. And then in our spirit walk, we did this whole thing where Gaia walked us through making a wish. And did everybody do that? That's at least here that I'm talking to live. I think you did. I think Georgia was there. I don't know. The days are blending together at this point. I was just thinking last night. I was just thinking, by the end of this month, it's going to be really interesting keeping track of everything. Wow, that is really hot. I'll let that breathe a little. Let's see. I did. Okay, good. I was there for that meditate. Okay, perfect. That card came to me in my dreams last night. Vanessa says, "Oh, wow, very cool." Okay, so now that we've connected these two things, the idea of idea, let's just put the theory or whatever, it's not really a theory, but quantum entanglement and wishes, intent, manifestation, cords, energy cords. And I've talked about all this before. All of you know about this stuff to some degree, or you've worked with it a lot, depending on how long you've been around me. So what I want to bring home here is a couple days later after we made those wishes, and hopefully after that spirit walk, you actually took a piece of paper as soon as you could after that, took a piece of paper, wrote down your wish, did the whole signing thing, the whole thing, and then burned it. That completed the intention of what we were wishing for. You know what? I'm going to bring back, I need to get my, hold on one second, you guys. Before I get into this, I want to bring up my YouTube here. I started to, then I got distracted. Oh my goodness, that's going slow. Wowza. Okay. Let's move over here. Give me a second, lovely ladies. I am going to also get the chat up on my computer because turns out I kind of like that. So I can just easily see it. Okay, but the show that I'm in right now is not coming up. What is going on with Fireside? There we go. There we go. And Jacob, welcome, Jacob. Oh, now I'm gonna have to. Oh, annoying. Okay, gotta mute this. All right. I just want to make sure I've got my shows going on here so I can see. I'm on simulcasting on YouTube. And want to have the chat up here. Just see. And then we have Fireside. I'll put them next to each other. Okay, so there we go. And please feel free to ask questions, make comments in the chat box. And that is done by clicking the Q&A, selecting an emoji, and then typing into the box a message. Okay, so I was guided to circle back to this today because it is really, really important to really understand what is going on with this thing. Oh my God. Sorry. It's really important to understand how this works. So it'll work better for you. Instead of it's just like this idea, oh, I made a wish or manifestation or intentions. And let's just that's positive thinking, right? It's being positive. I'm being intentional about focusing on something that I want to accomplish or experience or create. But the thing with us and creation and our reality, and truly the way that the multiverse and all of creation works is with energy. Everything is energetic. Everything. And everything is connected energetically. We're all connected energetically. The people that you have in your life in a really personal way, you're connected energetically to, and those are energy cords. And I will talk about energy cords. I wish I just play a record and be like, yeah, listen, because it's something that's so important to understand how energy cords work. And that's our literal, there's a cord of energy that's connected to us and everything that that's in our immediate personal universe, if you will. All the stuff that you own, the people that you know, and the people that you knew, the people you had relationships with. Just because you break up with somebody doesn't mean like it's over. And we feel that. We feel, even if you break up with somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's a job, whether it's a lover, doesn't matter who, you break up, you break that connection in reality, but you still feel that and think about it, and you'll even have conversations with the other person, or with yourself, or with the whole situation, or whatever. You're because you're connected, and those cords never disconnect unless we choose for them to disconnect. And this is why cord cutting is so important to do. And please, for more on that, visit my website, archangelslove.com. Go to the more menu, and you'll see there's a PDF for cord cutting. And there's also you could actually just do a search for cord cutting. That'll be the easiest thing to do. Do a search for cord cutting. You'll also be taken to the spirit walk for it. You get the whole shebang there. It's totally 100% free. If you want to donate, please do so. I'm not going to stop you, but it's 100% free for you to do that. I offer that because it is such an important thing to do, and it's something you must do for yourself. So me as a shaman, as a healer, as the woo-woo lady, I can't cut cords for you. I can guide you for you to cut your cords. And so for that, I recorded how to do that. It's a guided spirit walk on how to cut cords, and the PDF explains the whole thing. So there's that. When it comes to making wishes and manifestation and intention, we're creating a cord of quantum entanglement with the universe to attract to us exactly what we need and we're focusing on. Without it, we're creating it. So instead of here's a person, here's a place that I visit, here's an experience I was a part of, and there's a cord connected to that. By the way, that's PTSD, having your cord, your energy connected to an event, because energy doesn't know time. So that doesn't mean shit. Time doesn't mean shit to energy. It really doesn't. Doesn't mean shit. 5 minutes, 5 years, 50 years, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So keep that in mind. So creating an energy cord is where manifestation and intent, the law of attraction comes into it. It's that quantum entanglement with the universe being supported by the highest vibrational beings, our guides and our guardians. And this is why when we do this, we're working with the highest intention for ourselves and others. This is light magic versus dark magic, which is the opposite of what's good for everybody. So when we are working with the universe, with our guides and guardians to create for us in the highest possible timelines, we're working with quantum entanglement with the energies of with the plasma of the universe. And just imagine, just close your eyes and imagine this. You put out this bubble of energy that says, I need, I want, I have to experience, I want to create, I want to, whatever it is that your wish is. Boom. That's energy. Okay. Then you have the magic of your spirit guides, your guides and guardians, angels, your guardian angel, archangels, ancestors, spirit animals, everybody that's connected to you, your soul story, your missions, your destinies, because anything that you really want that bad is part of your soul story. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your missions. This is important, big shit we're talking about here. So they're going to come in and go, yeah. So they do their magic. Charge that up. Get it really, really nice and strong. And the more you work with all of this, you will see it happen. You guys feeling it? You feeling what I'm saying? Are we feeling what I'm saying, people? Can you feel the energy of that? The more you understand and the more you visualize, the more you think about it, and the more you work on that. Now, you have to do stuff in the practical world as well, obviously. Well, sometimes not. I've had shit manifest and I didn't have to do shit, but just want it. And boom, there it was, real quick. I'm like, damn. This is what I've talked about. Like, I've got to be the more you're into working with the universe and with energy, the more powerful you get, the more you really got to be careful about what you wish for and what you want. And I'm not fucking around when I say this. I am being very serious. So that's a whole other thing. But first is just to, see this come into play. And it's 12:22 when I say this, when I'm saying this. And the twos will come in. You'll see twos. You'll see 12:22, 2:22, 22:22, and lots of twos coming in at you when you're working with the quantum field. In a positive way or in a negative way. The twos will pop for you when you're thinking, really good thoughts, and you're manifesting, you're thinking about, and you're doing all this stuff, you're working with the light, and everybody's charged up. Ooh, twos will pop. They'll also pop when you're in a low vibe state and your frequency is dipping and you're worried and anxious and stressing and thinking not so nice, happy thoughts about things or people or situations, as we do as humans. But remember, what you put out comes back at least threefold energetically. That's why the more gracious, the more giving, the more nurturing, the more charitable, all of those, the more loving, the more healing we put out in the world, the more all that good stuff is going to come to us. And that's not why we're doing it. That's just the way the quantum field and creation works. But it also works when you think in the other ways too. 100%. May not see it right away, but it does. And that's when the twos will come in and go, yo, yo, yo. If you're not super, connected and can really hear your guides, yet, or until you do, for them to come in and kind of, smack you and go, hey, knock it off. What are you doing? You'll see twos. That'll be a clue. So just a sidebar there. I'm not sure I'm seeing the chat live here. No, maybe I am. Okay. So going back to your wish that you made the other day on Wednesday. Really spend some time thinking about this whole action of manifesting, of bringing in, of John says we're listening. Okay, good. Of just seeing that, because that whole thing, and then envision that energy that you're creating being, it's a magnet, and it's a beacon. It's a lighthouse. Just, the light is just turning, and it's like anything that is a part of this coming into her or his reality is going to be magnetized. But it's going to be magnetized the more you put your energy into it. So again, in the practical stuff, practically you have to do stuff, and you'll be guided. You'll be like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, or things will come into your awareness that didn't before. People will say things or whatever. It comes in so many different ways. Could be an email, could be a text, could be something you see, something somebody says. It could be a dream. It could be, really feeling it from your guides. Whatever those things are pieces of energy coming in to maximize the power of this energy form that you created. And again, the more you work on that, the more you pay attention, the more it's actually a thing, it will actually come true. It will manifest. And in a lot of ways, when people work with me and we want things to happen and transpire and they'll be really surprised at how fast it happens. Many times I'll go, I didn't think it would happen this fast. And like, oh, I wasn't prepared for this. I'm not ready for this. It's like, well, we moved when we, yeah, it's some real shit going on here. And, it will, because it's powerful stuff. It's really, really powerful. So any questions about this? Any questions about any of this so far? And I get real excited about this business, very excited, because I've experienced it so many countless times, little things, big things, all sorts of things in between. Fast, things taking longer, things starting and stopping and shifting and changing when it comes to certain things. I've experienced it through my clients as well, and watching and working with them. Um, Vanessa says, thank you for highlighting all of this. Very helpful. Good. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. Because yeah, it really helps. Same thing with like energy in our body when we want to heal ourselves, when we want to clear energy and work with our energy and get rid of pain and get rid of chronic illnesses and conditions, and or you know, mental or emotional problem, whatever that it is. It's really helpful to understand how things work so you can work with them. I mean, that's just common sense, right? It's like, it's like, if I really want to understand Wi-Fi, I got to get into the mechanics of Wi-Fi. Like right now, I'm like, I don't really know. Like it comes through in the signal and we all connect, and, I kind of get it, but I haven't like really gotten into it because I'm not creating anything or doing anything when it comes to Wi-Fi that for me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very passive understanding, and that's fine. I don't need to know more. But when I'm like, when we're in the have the intention of creating things and manifesting things, we're wishing for, we want things to happen, whatever that it may be. It's so important to understand how it works, because that takes out a lot of the gray spots of things, the shadowy things. It's like, well, I don't understand that, so I hope that works. I don't know. I'm going to throw it and hope it sticks, I guess. Positive thinking. And while that's really important, really understanding how this works. So imagine that energy form, you putting energy into it, even if it's just you sitting there writing it again and again and again, and burning it and thinking about it and talking to your guides and guardians saying, work with me, help me make this happen, or show me a clear sign that this isn't something for me. And if that's the case, then you will see that. And then you have to just go, okay, this is something that maybe I wanted a long time, maybe I wanted before, or whatever, and all of that. But for the most part, hopefully we're working on magnetizing and creating things that are good for us, that should be in our lives, that will help us with our missions and help others too. And when it's about all that, then I'm telling you, the power that gets put into that is so great. Because listen, humans, especially asleep humans, are so passive in their lives. Life happens to them, not for them. And they're on defense, not offense. We've all lived like that. And in some ways, maybe still living like that in different aspects of our lives. I don't know. You got to make your assessment. Join the Soul Quest program. Find out. But when we are awake and aware and co-creating and in alignment with our highest possible timelines, we first have to heal ourselves, clear out ourselves, get rid of chronic pain, and eliminate cords to events and things that cause our body to react and not fully heal in so many ways. So many people are dealing with like, oh, they had, a lot of times it's accidents, injuries, accidents and stuff from a long time ago that never really gets better. And that's not because the body can't get better. It's because there's a quantum entanglement to the event that hasn't been dealt with. So that's a thing. That's a major big thing. And humans passively think, well, this is just the state of affairs now, and it does not have to be. There's so much that doesn't have to be, and that we can change. We have the power to change if we understood really how it works and how to work it. So again, when we are thinking of our wishes, and I'm being reminded, they're saying you don't just get one. You can have multiple. You can have many going on at the same time. The universe and the capacity for our guides and guardians and ourselves to manifest multiple things at the same time is infinite. So that's another thing. There's an infinite amount of energy that's constantly being transmuted from negative to positive, as we saw from Monday's show, from Tuesday's show. Transmuting negative energy to positive energy, first in our bodies, then in our environment, right? And that is free energy to go into creating something else. And if we're using our own energy that we're clearing and then using that to create, think about how powerful that is. I want to transmute this negative energy, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to put it into that wish that I have. Let's send this negative energy, transmute that shit, and then send it into that energy ball of blankety blank, whatever it is. Think of how powerful that is. Not that you need to do that, but it certainly helps. The more you work with your energy and the more you send your energy to that, in the practical world and in the and in our dimensional metaphysical world through energy work, the stronger it is. Because whatever we put in, our guides and guardians, Gaia, the universe, all the way up to Mother, Father, God goes boom, and they just maximize it, because they're going to support us to the nth degree, infinitely, of what we put in, that's going to help us be in alignment with our bodies, with our souls, with our spirit, with our destinies, all that business. It just makes sense, doesn't it? What time is it? 12:36. This is 12:34. What is going on with time? Okay, it's off. This just said 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. The steps of you. Whenever I see 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like that's the right track, or any kind of sequence. The sequences are very powerful, so pay attention to that. So when we're I have like 5 in the queue. Vanessa says, good for you. Good for you. There's no limit, but just, it's like balls in the air. You're juggling. So pay attention to how many balls in the air and what energy you're putting in. The more energy you put in, the more energy gets put in from the universe, from our guides and guardians and everybody. You're dropping the ball, so to speak. Well, then that's like, well, they may not, want this so bad. I guess we're going to focus on this stuff too. They follow your lead. The universe follows your lead. And it's powerful. Very, very, very powerful. So I guess that's that. That's it for that. Unless there's any questions about all this, please ask away. But this is just to really help you understand. And again, if you haven't downloaded that PDF on my website about energy cords, and that's really, for the most part, centered and dedicated around energy cords having to do with people. But I do get into PTSD and addictions and stuff in there a bit as well to help understand that. And even if you did way back when read my ebook on energy cords, like Vanessa, I don't know if you have not yet read my PDF, please download it and read it, because it is a bazillion times better than that ebook, by just a lot. Okay. So, yeah, get to that PDF. It's gonna refresh stuff. It's gonna I mean, we put a lot of work into it. Just that section alone. I mean, yeah, and it's, again, it's free. It's gonna be part of my ebook that will be something that's gonna be for purchase. So right now you can get that whole section for free, and it goes through all of it and how to, the steps and everything. So for cord cutting and cord resets. So cord cutting and cord resets are like the opposite of this, wish making business that I'm talking about. But here's the kicker. The more that you cord reset and cord cut, the higher your life force and the more powerful you are to manifest. So we're talking about energy going out with cords, cutting those or resetting them so the energy can come back, life force up, energy out to manifest. So work with that loop with yourself in a really conscious way and understanding how this works, how the quantum field and the quantum entanglement of it all works, and make, just use your imagination, really think of that and tap into that. It's going to help a lot. Okay, so enough of that. I guess we don't have any questions. We're going to move on, and I'm going to pull an oracle card. What time is it? 12:38. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Something is on my eyeball, and it's been there, and it's bugging me. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. This is the... Wait for it. I can't wait till I get my new desk. Where is that book? I thought I had it right here. All right, hold on a second, everybody. But I will move that because it is also hiding. Where's that book? Yeah, seriously? I hate it when I can't find stuff. I really, really do. Oh my god, it is right there. Anyway, this is the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. Guided to pretty quickly. Just took a second to and I know what happened to my... Wow, really? Having a hard time seeing stuff, apparently. Like, it's not taking much to hide things from me. Like, one thing in front of it or one thing on top of it. I'm like, I can't find it. Hilarious. Finally got some more butane for my strong torch because my other torch just not good enough with this sage. Even this torch, I don't know what is. I think they wrap it too tight. It just doesn't want to, like... Oh, poop. I just dropped a card. Haven't used these cards in a hot minute, so I definitely want to sage them. If my sage would cooperate. Okay. And these two cards that fell. Okie dokie. Do some shuffling. Let's try this down if I can. There we go. Okay, loves. We're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's see what the fairies have to tell us. And I've decided that I was going to say, how's the oracle going to back me up today? Because it's kind of been like that for a long time, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've had a lot of shows like back to back to back that it just is like, all right, we can really see it. Maybe that's it. But anyway. Guess this is it. It won't go. Whoops. Oh, how cute. I don't think I've ever seen this. Card number 42. Oh my god, this is so adorable. Dragon's pet. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. How cute is that? It's adorable. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this card before. She's got the tiniest little dragon. Look at that. A little dragon she's with. So adorable. Yep, I'm pretty sure I've never seen this one before. Okay, 42. Dragon's pet. All right. More dragons, Vanessa. All right. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, guardianship. If this card has chosen to come and speak with you, it would seem that it is that at this time you are nearing a relationship with the Fae, moving into their realm where they dwell and over which they have stewardship. Fairy beings do not have a concept of owning the land, flowers, fields, or things. When they say this is ours, it is nearer to a concept of this is me than what we humans have developed in terms of ownership and rights to do with as we wish. The guardianship you have over a certain area gives you responsibilities, and it includes being as much owned by the land as you own it. It is a reciprocal relationship, symbiotic, and neither can flourish without the help and love of the other. Fairy too have areas over which they watch. And in this beautiful image, a small dragon fae being has connected with the fairy and is reporting to her what is taking place on the borders of fairy. What is being shared may be that a human one has come to share and learn, or that someone, perhaps you, has asked to come closer to their realm. It is up to this fairy and to the dragon fae being whether or not more is revealed to you at this point. This card also speaks softly of the relationship between beings. This fairy is the dragon fae being's pet as much as he is hers. They belong to each other. In this fairy concept of mutual relationship, we can find fertile ground for our own companions and friendships with beings who we often call pets, but with whom we share deep bonds. We are not owners, we are guardians. This card reminds us to be worthy of that role, whether it be of the land, the flowers, the air, or beings such as beautiful friends in the forms of dogs, birds, or other beings who have chosen to share their lives with us. This card reminds us to listen to them. They will alert you to what is taking place on the boundaries well before you will ever know. And divinatory meanings. You have watchdog energy around you, a pet animal, plant ally is relaying information to you. Please tune in and listen to what is being shared with you. You will know when energy is changing around the borders of what is called your home or land in time to take positive and perfect action. A dog may bark at a person or being it does not trust, for example. A plant may wither after a certain being has visited. All of these things are messages from your companions and allies, and the fairies communicate with them all the time. If you wish to connect with a fae, your companions are one of the first sources you may turn to deepen and strengthen that connection, for they already have it and are already sharing these messages with you. Boundaries, receptivity. Messengers from the animal or magical worlds are flying between you and the fae. Okay, there we go. Hello, Heather. Oh, did she leave? Bye, Heather. Um, that's what I was saying. Ha ha. I'm not sure what you were saying. You're going to have to tell me exactly what you're saying. Okay, now I'm going to read the reverse. It did not come out in reverse, but I'm going to read the reverse anyway. I'm being guided to. Being distracted and dismissive of messages reaching you from your animal companions, plant allies, and the wild, or those who choose or those who choose to share. Sorry, guys. I have a. What is going on with this thing? It's not even working. Hold on. Okay, I'll deal with that later. My diffuser is something not right. Okay, I'm sorry. Plant allies from the wild, or those who choose to share their lives with you, not understanding that their perception is different to your own, and oftentimes more powerful. Not understanding the messages the fairies are sending you via your companions, having a sense of ownership rather than alliance and mutual relationships. You must develop your skills and listen to all that is with you when this card turns up for you. In this upside down form, don't block out the voices. Instead of reprimanding, had a hard time there. Instead of reprimanding a barking dog, ask the dog why it barks and then listen, really listen. It will come to you then, the voices of the fairies. Okay, I love this so much. There's a lot going on here about the dragons coming out. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Wait, I just lost both of my slippers. That is not okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this one. Like under the surface. So let me organize. You know, it's really funny. Oh my goodness. This doesn't have it doesn't seem like it has a whole lot to do with what I was talking about, but it does. But on a personal level, this is like exactly what I was dealing with and talking about. First with a neighbor and then with myself and my guardians and my team before we came on. Because I have a neighbor who has 2 cats, and a couple days ago she saw me and she's like, hey, like basically like asked me to take her 2 cats, even though she knows how many I already have. And I'm like, like, how dare you? Like, what the and then today I saw her and she's like, hey, so seriously, do you know of any place or anybody I can give these cats to? And I'm like, she's like, because they're just being very not, they're being very loud all night long, like opening up cupboards and slamming them and meowing and messing around in the litter box and just generally being obnoxious. And she's like saying how her husband needs to sleep because he needs to work. It's very important that he gets a good night's rest because his work is very intense. And you know, the cats just, you know, she just can't deal with them. And anyway, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but it's very clear that those people are not communicating with those animals. Very clear. And on top of that, they went and got a puppy to add to the mix to really make these cats, extra happy. And I'm like sitting here going, oh my God, they just don't. It's just frustrating. It's just kind of frustrating me. So anyway, there's that. I can't help it because this whole thing literally is just happening. I was just like having this whole conversation about it on both sides of the veil. And yeah, so anyway, so there's that. But when it comes to, then we have, it actually practically, she goes, haha, I only have one cat and she's a lot. I'm having more. Well, yeah, I have 9. I have 9 cats. So, yeah. And she asked me if I wanted 11. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? On so many levels. How dare you? Like, I can't. But anyway, for the animals that we do have, and for empaths usually have multiple animals, maybe not 9 cats, but more than half of which were other people's cats before they were mine. Let's just put it that way. And I told her, I said, look, I have the philosophy. I have a philosophy that they're yours. Those cats are yours. They're your children. You got to figure it out, not abandon them and give them to somebody else. I told her flat out. And yeah, I said that to her. I was like, have you tried CBD? Have you tried holistic stuff? Have you tried going to the vet and talking, maybe getting them on something stronger to calm them down at night, to regulate them, to get, no. Oh, well, we don't want to do that. I'm like, well, okay then. Okay. There's holistic stuff. There's pharmaceuticals if you have to go there. But my philosophy when it comes to having animal companions is, for the record, figure it out. You don't get rid of them. You don't dump them off to somebody else. You figure it out and work with the animal who's having issues if they're having issues, and do everything you can to figure it out. Like that's my philosophy. And I do max out on taking other people's animals that they don't want. I do have a max and I have reached that max. For the record, world. Anyway, so yeah, working with our animals and seeing them as partners, as friends, and as people that, and I do consider them people. I'll talk to them like people, as people who have feelings, and I personally feel that animals should be given the best of everything and spoiled to the nth degree and loved like crazy as much as you can. I feel bad because I have 9 cats and I can't give them all the attention that I want. It kills me. I wish I could just spend an hour with each one of them all day long to give them, not even like, I think sometimes like if I just had 1 or 2, how much more attention those 1 or 2 would get. And I feel bad that some of them are upset that they don't have that. And, like, because they deserve it and they give us so much. And it's up to us to revere them and honor them and care for them and give them everything we can as best as we can. My cats get the best food. They get the best treats. They get the best litter. They get the best beds. They get the best everything because they deserve it. And I cherish them and love them. And I know what they give to me. I know the energetic support they give to me in my field. I know I pay attention to what they're paying attention to. So, because I know, circling back here, that they do communicate with beings that I think I said it in another live, or I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the live. I was like, oh, my cat just is watching something I can't see. So I'm always interested in paying attention to what they're paying attention to and opening up to receive whatever that is. And same thing for the birds that I feed and the raccoons and the skunks and all the wildlife around me. And how much of an energetic exchange I'm involved in when I put bird seed out and peanuts out, and they come every morning and they're so happy. And the exchange of energy is like, even talk to them through the window. They can't even hear me through the window, but I'm talking to them through the window, and I know that they can feel me, saying, birdies, hi birdies, welcome birdies, you hungry birdies? And I'm like sending all this energy, and they're all bouncing around and they're getting, and that's this beautiful exchange of energy. And it's important, as much as you can, wherever you live, to have this exchange of energy with the animals that are your animal companions in your home, and are the wildlife as well. And Gaia has told me, don't listen to humans who say it's bad to feed your wildlife neighbors. There is a balance to everything. And if that, and to give to the animals who are hungry and thirsty, and just enough to help them, not to sustain their lives, but to help them, is a good thing. So, that's another sidebar. Now, when it comes to this whole quantum entanglement thing that I talked to you about, and the fields that we work in, and our guides and guardians. So this is specifically talking about the Fae and the dragons. But the message here is about all of our guardians, and this symbiotic relationship. So what I was talking about earlier, when we are paying attention, when we are working with ourselves and with the universe and with our souls and with our soul destinies and missions of where we want to be and all of that, our companions on both sides of the veil will help us with that, and to feel into that understanding of this relationship that comes into play. Now, remember, a huge part of what I talked about was their power on top of our power. And that's what this is about. This is about also the relationship we have with our guides and guardians, with animal companions, with all of it. The relationship that we have there is part of nature. It's part of our world. It makes up the nucleus of what we got going in our field. The more we pay attention, the more we're connected with all of that, the more powerful we are. To receive, to know, to create, to engage, to have that symbiotic relationship with nature, because we are nature as well. We just tend to forget how we are nature as well, because we have phones and TVs and cars and walls and ceilings and roofs and planes and all the shit. Right? Vanessa says, I completely agree about spoiling them. They give so much love to us. Sebastian, hey, Seb. And Vanessa says again, you have me crying over here. Aw, I don't mean to have you crying. And hey, Sean, hello. Hello, everybody coming in. So this is all related. Like I said, when this card came up, it was very like superficial on the surface, like, oh, it's about this, but there's so much deeper business here, especially talking about like what we were talking about before with the quantum entanglement and manifestation and the magnetism and all that relationship. This is about relationships. Really, when we boil it down to it, to the very, very end here, I love tears too. But when we boil it down to it, we're talking about relationships, a relationship we have with ourselves, with our souls, with what it is that drives us, that we have passion for, that lights us up. We're talking about the relationship we have with ourselves and thinking about what we want to create, putting those wishes out there and cultivating them, seeing them as a real thing to nurture, to feed, to have a relationship with. And we talk about our guides and our guardians, the relationship there. We talk about our pet companions. And so this is all about relationships here, really. And the vital energy, the life force that takes place there with that in those relationships, and how that life force just gets stronger and stronger. Remember how I said we cut or reset cords, we bring that life force energy into us, and then we can take that life force energy and push it out to create and co-create, whether it's and all sorts of, and heal and clear and all sorts of stuff. But when we're just talking about the wishes, we take that energy and then we put it in there. And the relationships we have with nature, with Gaia, with our animal companions, with our neighbors' animal companions, with wildlife, with trees and plants and flowers and ladybugs and butterflies and everything, the relationship we have is so important to the power that translates to the power within us to do whatever it is we want to do. And it just keeps growing and unfolding like that, and into itself and multiplying, and just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So anyway, there's all that. I know this has been a lot, but please let me know if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff. Like I said, I know it's a lot, but I would say, start or continue or like re-up in a way of being conscious when it comes to your relationship and the energy that you put into that relationship, what you give the relationship you have with nature. Animals in your home, animals outside your home, the plants in your home, the trees outside, your relationship. Do you see them? Do you feel them? Do you touch them? Do you talk to them? Do you look in their eyes if they have eyes? Do you exchange? Do you open up? Do how, like, assess your relationship in these ways, and where you can do more and better, do more and better. Like, we can always do more and better as far as I'm concerned. I do pretty good, but I could do better. That's where I come from. I can always do better. I can always improve my relationships with nature, with the people in my life, with the animals in my life, with myself. I can always improve with myself. I can take better care of myself. And truly, our relationship with ourselves is where everything starts from. So, what is my relationship with myself? Where am I not taking the best care of myself? What am I ignoring or not paying attention to? And see how that reflects out as well. And all of this will have a bearing on the magnetism and how your dreams are fulfilled, and everything that's connected to that. All right, that's it. That's it for that. One more time, people. Dragon's Pet, beautiful, beautiful card here with that fairy and her little wee dragon. So cute. So adorable. Yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, loves. Who's ready for a spirit walk? I know I am. But I'm a little chilly, so I'm going to put this on and then we're going to get right to it. Hope you enjoyed all that. Tell a friend. Share on social media if you have it. If I could figure this out. Okay, got it. It's like wearing a blanket, so it can be a little complicated. But yeah, it was way too warm in here. I was running around doing all sorts of stuff. So I got really warm and turned down the heat, and then it got cold, as it does. How many times do I say that around here? Hot, cold, hot, cold. It's because it's cold. I live in the mountains, but I get warm in here, and I run hot. Because that life force, man. Aw, thanks for the claps, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated, appreciated. All right, so spirit walk. Let's do it. I'm going to close this. Where are you? I'm going to close this fireside because you can't mute on fireside if you're watching it that way. And then I'm going to oops. That's still on. Let me close my. There we go. There we go. Okay. Got music on here. I can do a spirit walk without some music, but I really rather have music. It just really helps here. This is a 432. I had this on the other day, I think yesterday too. Reign of money, music, awakening wealth and urgent prosperity, miracles of grace and blessings. Really easy track to listen to. I hope you guys like it. Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for the applause. I appreciate it. I hope you're fired up for your wishes, for manifesting, for magnetizing, for reevaluating some relationships, for spoiling your animals even more than you do, for buying bird seed if you haven't already. Whatever that it is. Okay. All right, loves. Let's do it. A reminder, eye mask or an eye covering or something over your eyeballs is preferred, so we could make it nice and dark for your third eye. Crystals, candles. Oh, my candle went out. Candles helps to clear the field, and make it easier for channeling and astral projection. So candles are great. Your crystals are great to help help you center, help again transmute energy, clear the field if you have them. So candles, at least a couple would be good. All right. So in a seated position, hopefully, unless you must lay down. I'm going to start taking breaths in and out of the nose to relax and stabilize just at your own pace. Going to engage the stomach, the abdomen muscles, and bring those shoulders back, chin up. Nice, easy breezy smile on your face. Chest out. Make sure that spinal cord and your head is centered on top of your neck as straight as possible. We're not tilted in the pelvis or the hips front to back or side to side, so you're as even and as balanced in the body as you can be. You can have your hands at namaste in the center of your chest. You can have them resting on your thighs, palms up. You can hold your candles, whatever that it is. Just want to maintain that posture. Maintain that posture. Regulate your breath. And again, thank you everybody for being here this first week, full complete week of this 3-week stretch of daily spirit shows. Thanks to everybody who joined me today and this week. Thank you to our guides and guardians for some amazing spirit walks and messages. I've really enjoyed doing this, so I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you so much. So let's take a nice, long, slow, deep breath in from the nose. And then hold it when you're full. And then slowly release from the nose. The breathing in and out through the nose exclusively really calms the body down. Because if you're stressed and upset, you naturally are going to be mouth breathing. So it's a signal to the body to relax when you're in and out through the nose. Let's open up to our guides and guardians, our spirit tribe coming in. You know what it's coming through is kind of like a retractable roof. Like the roof is just retracting, and we're allowing the energy of nature, of Gaia to come through from the top down, that fresh air, the light, or the stars and the moon, or whatever's going on for you in your time zone, or whenever you happen to be listening to this. We allow that energy to come through. It's like, oh, and you open a window, you're like, oh, that feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. You get fresh air and that energy. But on top of this, beautiful natural energy coming in, this air, the air element, the light coming in, just natural light. There's like, hold on, let me, what is this? Oh, okay. So our angelics are dropping stars. It's like golden packs of light energy to help boost our life force, to connect us with nature, specifically the Fae realm, dragons. Yeah, Fae and the dragons, very exclusively. The angelics are coming in. And they're like, just like, imagine like those like gold stars that you get when you're a kid and you put them on your, chart or whatever. There's these big, beautiful, they're like the size of my hand, or bigger, maybe a little bigger, of these 5-pointed stars. And, 6-pointed stars, 6-pointed stars. And wait, are they 5 or 6? Five. Oh my goodness, so confused. 5-pointed stars, you guys. I apologize. And they're filled. They're like balloons, but instead of ascending, they're descending around you through that retractable roof. They're coming. They're just very slowly descending down, and there's a lot of them. And this energy that's coming in, and just like look around and look up, they're just slowly coming down. And they're helping with this energy, this connection that we can have with nature, with animals, with the Fae, with the dragons. And if you want to accept this, just let them keep coming in, and then they're going to pop. They're going to burst. And it's like a confetti ball or whatever, just popping with beautiful golden light and shimmery radiance, and it's just absolutely beautiful when they pop. And then this is going to envelop your space, your energetic field here. It's going to magnetize, it's going to connect you, your space, your field, your personal field, and then the field of your sacred space as well. And think about everything we talked about today. They're saying this is all connected here. If you want to maximize your power and your connection, your ability to connect and feel and communicate with other beings in this reality and dimension and beyond. Send your intention that they all pop and they connect. As there's still more coming down, there's more coming down, but there's this whole process happening now. They're popping, and it's because all of this energy is now becoming part of your field and the field around you and beyond. Okay, so as more is coming through and it's getting saturated around you, filling up, and it's just like this gold. It's very golden, with glimmers of color of green. There's a lot of green, mostly green and gold, but then there's like red and rust and orange and yellow and some teal and fuchsia and pink and red coming through afterwards, but a lot of green and gold. And have the intention of breathing this in and it connecting to your fields, your bodies, your physical body, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, mental body, spiritual, etheric body, abundance body, all your bodies. I think I lost track there, but all your bodies. So see your body just opening up and on every level receiving this energy, because it all works together. And then from the bottom up, as you breathe it in, we're going to stack it with down, like, so let it fall, like chips fall all the way down to the bottom to the root chakra. So as you take a breath, we're going to pull that down into the root chakra and let it connect with your body, your energy field, and your energy center of the root chakra and everything that it's connected to in your body, physical body. And now another breath in. We're going to drop it down into the sacral and let that connect again. And then the root and the sacral connect. We're bringing this energy into the physical body. And then another inhale. And then dropping that down into the solar plexus, right in the center, right at your belly, where your belly button is. Breathe that down into everything. Let it connect. Root, sacral. Root, sacral, and solar now together. And let's just let it do that. It might feel a little tingly. Things might start, you might feel stuff down in there from the belly down. Then we're going to very intentionally keep pushing that energy down through the pelvis, the thighs, the knees, your lower legs, your calves, and your ankles and your feet, all the way down to your toes, pulling that energy down. Meanwhile, more stars are falling, more are bursting. It's filling up your space really, really a lot here. So much so that it's pouring out into the area of the land outside of your home and structure, building, whatever that it is that you live in. Pouring out onto the land and saturating the whole space around where you live, and creating this beautiful barrier. It's kind of a barrier, but the boundary, like that came, it's this boundary of energy that's like this within here is so rich with this conductivity of it's kind of like it's kind of mechanical in a way, where it's like this, what we're installing is the frequency to make your connections and your communication easier with all the beings that are around you and connected to you. Okay, let's continue with a nice inhale, nice and easy. We're going to drop into our heart now. So we're stacking this energy, dropping that into our heart. Let that integrate with the lower three. And pulling that energy through the chest and the back and the spinal cord up into the shoulders and through the arms and the elbows and the wrists and all the way to your fingertips. Activating all of the energy systems and all of the bodies to communicate within itself as the vehicle for your soul and your spirit, and how everything communicates with you as an incarnate. Helping to upgrade the connectivity and the clarity, eliminate static. Eliminate static. This includes thought forms and programs that tells you that you cannot communicate with other beings, that you cannot communicate with animals or wildlife, or there's, can't communicate. I don't have the power. It's not possible. Whatever it is, any programming that has to do with any of that stuff, this is going to help eliminate that as well, because it's installing and hopefully integrating with your system the truth of the matter is your energy, your field is energy, this reality is energy, all the dimensions are energy, the beings that we communicate with on both sides of the veil, incarnate in a body that has a heart, or on the other side of the veil, that and concluding the Fey realm, who lives within and upon Gaia, like on the other side of our curtain. So the Fae are the closest beings to us that are not us, because they are also incarnates. They are also upon Gaia. So connecting with them, especially with the intent of working with nature, is so important, because we share space here. Even if we can't see them, we can feel them, we can talk to them, we can communicate with them. And they are such their relationship with Gaia and nature, like the oracle said, they don't have ownership, they have relationships. Their relationship with nature is just another aspect of them, and everything that has to do with nature is another aspect of them. And we can certainly get more of that from them, and as we co-create and we connect and we communicate with nature, and the Fae see us as worthy to work with us and influence us and communicate with us, because we're open to learn, we're open to heal, we're open to change, we're open to reformat our way of thinking, and hopefully help others do the same thing when it comes to ourselves and our relationship with nature, and how we communicate and work with to co-create in our lives. So let's continue. Another breath in through the nose, and dropping that down now into the throat chakra. So here we're going to fill up into the throat. We're stacking up all of this energy all the way down through us up. So the throat chakra also goes up into the face, down into the chest and the shoulders, the neck, the back, all the way up into the sinuses of the head, this entire area. So this is specifically very important, especially these last two, the heart and the throat, for our awareness to connect, to have unconditional love with nature and everything in it. Not just in our dimension, but in the multiverse, the Fey realm, the insects, the animal kingdom, and beyond. To feel, to have that unconditional love, and to receive unconditional love, to feel the love through our physical and our energetic and our spiritual bodies. Just to be able to feel that, receive it, and let it maximize our life force. Feel your life force maximizing, getting stronger here. And then with the throat is so literally how we process communication, how clearly we can communicate outwards, and how clearly we can receive communication without misinterpretations or misunderstandings, and not be defensive, be very clear, be very loving in our communication, compassionate, empathetic, understanding. This energy is all about that. These stars are all about that. Okay. Now, last one here with our third eye, we're going to breathe in, and instead of dropping it down, we're going to send it up into the center of our cranium. So we're breathing in, and instead of dropping it down, we're breathing in and going straight up into our third eye. And then hold it there and just let it take over your entire space of your head. Might feel a little wonky in here, a little fat, a little heavy, a little strange as you do that. Might want to do it again, just one more time, because it's so strange at first. Another deep breath in through the nose, and then have that energy go straight up into your center of your brain. And slowly just let it take over. They may get kind of bright in your head, and then feel that taking over. You're going to feel it in your ears, feel it all the way to the top of your head, in your scalp. Your eyes might get a little watery, might feel a little tingle, a little vibration. We're going to pull that down through the sinuses, everything, the body, in the face, in the throat, and going down into the neck. So we're all saturated in the body with this amazing energy that's being dropped down into our field. Now, our entire space is filled with this energy. It is thick with this energy. And again, spilled out into the area outside of our structure, of our home. And it is electric and alive and bright, and literally just like lines of light and electricity. It's just like forming all around it. It's just ready to receive and amplify at the same time. So receiving communication and energy, and amplifying our own communication and energy. So let's feel that loop, that receiving, and then our own. So as we process that receiving, then sending out our own. And right now, all I want you to do about this is just have the intention for greater connectivity, better, stronger, more loving relationships with all of nature, including number one, ourselves. And feel that energy going back and forth. It's very strong. It's very bright. It's very golden. Very, very golden energy here. And now I want you just to feel this, just to sit in it and feel it all around you. It's very, very positive, loving, beautiful energy. And now Gaia is coming through. So 1 second, everybody. Gaia wants to speak. Hello, dear ones. Thank you so much for being here with us, for receiving our gifts. I'm working with you in your field and in the land around you to maximize this power, this energy, to connect with me, your mother Gaia, I am nature, as are you and all of the creatures within your home and without it, from the ants to the eagles to every kind of bird, to the rats and the mice, the possums, the raccoons, the skunks, the deer, the moose, the elk, the bears, the bees, the butterflies. Please think of all of the creatures that you have that live around your home. They are deeply connected to me and the Fae in their own realm and how we work together. This includes the dragons and, of course, the angelics. And now you, hopefully even better than you ever have before. Please see yourself as a being of nature. You are of us and with me and of me. You could not exist if you weren't of nature. Please remember your natural self. The ability you have to be part of nature, to communicate with me, with nature, with the animals that you have and love in your homes and the ones outside your homes, to build the relationship with nature as best you can. Be creative. No matter where you live, you can have more of a stronger relationship with nature and the creatures that live around you. You can have a symbiotic and cohesive, understanding, respectful relationship with nature. You can live in harmony even better than you already are, even more than you already are. And I hope that the energy coming to you, that you're open to receive and have ideas and inspiration and motivation and how you can do this. You are here for a purpose. Many. Your incarnation is a call to action, to work with me, to work with nature, to work with each other, to lift humanity into a new state of being. And the only way to do that is to work in harmony with each other and with me and with all of the creatures of this world. Your relationships and the way you communicate is at the heart of it. It's also at the heart of your power. Your life force and your power is dictated by how aware and connected you are to me and to nature. How you look to me and to nature to help you, to heal you, to guide you, to be with you, to comfort you, to nurture you, to help you make your dreams and wishes come true. I and all of your guides and guardians, and this includes all of the Fae and all of the animal kingdom, we are one. All of us want nothing more than for you to fulfill your destiny here in this lifetime. This is so important. And we give you all the opportunities and all of the inspiration and motivation to do this. I come to you today to remind you of how powerful you are. To co-create, to manifest, to build a life for yourself that is exactly what is meant for you in your highest possible timelines within this lifetime, to help heal yourself and others, nature itself, and any and all lives you've already and are in experiencing with your soul story. to lift your vibration and your soul song higher and higher, so you may create and co-create and manifest and understand magic and making magic and creating from this place of being and oneness and relationship with nature better and better as you grow in your abilities and as you go on your journey. Think of today as the first day. Even if you've been aware for a long time, today is the first day, because of these stars that we've given you and their energy that they've contained and how you've brought them into your body. This is to help clarify your field. This is to help strengthen your ability to communicate and understand through frequency. This is to help clear your psychic impressions and understanding of how you can receive and communicate with all beings, including me. All animals, all fae, and all of the beings that love you and are connected to you. And there are so very many, including your crossed over loved ones. They are here with you as well. May this activation make it easier for you to feel and communicate with your ancestors, crossed over loved ones, spirit guides in every shape and form, including, of course, the animal companions that have been magically brought into your life, not randomly, very selectively. The bond that you've shared from incarnation to incarnation, the loop of love and life force that you've began a very long time ago. See today as a new day, as the first day of increased power and connectivity, increased love capacity, unconditional love for yourself as this beautiful natural being filled with an infinite soul that knows and is connected to so much. So this energy will help you connect to yourself, your own soul, your soul story, and all the beings, guides and guardians, spirit tribe, family, soul family on both sides of the veil, and for you to connect to each other as soul family, human incarnates from this point forward. May you help activate and maximize your energy that you were given today. It was given in love and intent for you to have the best and the maximum love and experience everything that is meant for you in the highest possible timelines. Remember, there are no limits. Nothing is impossible. You are magical. You are divine. You are powerful. You are beautiful. And you are loved. Thank you for being here with us today, for receiving, for being called here to action in any way that you are. We're so excited for this time, and there's so much more to come. We do hope that you join us as much as you can. We love you so very much. So very much. Thank you. Wow. Okay, loves. That was Gaia. That was so intense and powerful as always. Oh, goodness gracious. She makes me feel so much love. It's like my body can barely contain it. And with this activation, with all this energy that's so thick here in our field and around us, I hope that you just continue to let that circulate within you and around you, that it motivates you to see yourself maximized in this way, and it'll only get stronger from this point forward. So with that, loves, I'm going to leave you. I hope that you're well, let me say this, don't move too quickly. Take your time coming out of this as you're guided to, and just move slowly for a little bit, because there's a lot of energy that you weren't used to processing before. So let that just settle in for yourself. A good idea would be to get some sun to help your body process this. You may be a little extra tired, so if you are, please lay down and sleep, because the true activations and integrations take place when you're sleeping. So just know that if it's not until tonight that you go to sleep, just please make it a point to remember this and just tell the body we're going to be integrating that. If it's sooner than that, when you're guided to lay down, just remember that as well. I will be back with you on Monday for, oh boy, Monday is the equinox. Is that right? Yes, Monday is the equinox. And that's going to be a doozy for sure. Next week is wild, people. It's wild. So please rest, take care of yourself, connect with the beings around you. We're doing all of this to help us, as with everything else that's coming into that's going to be shifting us as we move forward. So I love you guys. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. What? It's not. Wouldn't let me start the show, not letting me end the show. I love you guys too. Bye. See if I can end